Hey everyone, the other day I asked you all to ask me some questions, so today I'm going to answer the best ones. I started painting when I was, more seriously when I was 8 years old. But I started drawing when I was like 2 or 3, but more seriously I started watercolor painting at about 8. So while I was studying at uni, I actually built up my business. I did paintings for free for 3 or 4 years, and then eventually I started maybe charging $3 or $4 an hour. Yes, I often look back and I'm just like, how the F did I do that regularly? That's like happens regularly. If I was an artist now, starting from start, I would definitely use the internet and social media as my #1 tool. I think word of mouth is incredibly powerful as well, so I'll try to link up with other artists. I think we'll have Eminem coming up in a couple of collections. Yes, my wrists, my hands and my shoulders do get sore. I make sure I go to the gym regularly so I can stay quite fit, strong and healthy. Definitely easier to paint in black and white. I think if you are starting out with acrylic paints, learning to mix your greys and your blacks with primary colors is probably the best way to start, and learning shading is really, really beneficial to do so with black and white. Try not to be too negative. It is an absolute roller coaster being a business owner. You can have 10 bad days and 1 good day, but somehow like the good always outweighs the bad. You do have to have thick skin, but yeah, the people you meet along the way is amazing as well. So pretty rewarding. Oh my God. Both? I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'd have more control with my mouth. No, my art is my full-time gig. I am 29, turning 30 this year. There's a lot of people who talk about like taking the leap. I don't necessarily say do that. I think there's only a certain amount of pressure that you can put on your passion and your purpose before you start to not enjoy it. But I think there's ways to go about it. My old brushes are my go-to ones. It is a really good question. Definitely have a lot going on. Got a lot of moving parts and a lot of elements to my business. I'm aware that I'm probably reached capacity, and now I'm just going to work at really improving on all those elements. Moving forward, I probably want to conquer like my biggest mural to date, whether that be silos or a massive building. That's a big goal. Education, so doing online courses and really doubling down in the NFT space and the metaverse and really trying to see what I can do there. It's such a hard question. I think one of my favorite murals is the one of The Rock that I did. Yes, so I did a piece of The Rock for a client and he saw that and reshared it. Then we ended up meeting and then he reshared it again, and that's how. Yeah, I've been happily taken for 5 years now. Who's a hero? Personal hero? Who's my hero? Probably The Rock, he's a hero. Yeah, I'm like at this point in my life, I'm super content and not complacent, but I'm very happy with my relationships. I'm happy with my work, my growth, and my ability to like push myself in the boundaries. I love it. If only we could pan the camera right now, you see a grin on his face. No, a very talented creator who has helped on all of this journey. How am I doing? Yeah, I don't know who asked it. I didn't actually read through these, so. Chica. Yes, I'm really good, thank you. Who let the dogs out? I'd say I fucking let the dogs out because I'm not very responsible. That's such a lovely question, honestly. No, like I changed my diet recently, so I don't fart anymore. I come as a package deal though, so it'd be with my dad and probably my partner as well. So if you can cook for all of us, that'd be good. There was a few different things. I wanted to be a policewoman. I wanted to be a nurse. I was really into health science, and so I probably wanted to be a nutritionist, dietitian, food scientist for a while. I've always been a massive advocate for like, creatives having freedom and basically like you can sell your own work. When I sort of got my head around the concept of from that perspective, I was like, this is definitely something that I want to look into. I believe artists and creators should start their own collections, not only because it makes you push the boundaries, but also going back to what I said before about the control that artists give. The opportunity is endless. I am absolutely loving this journey. That's a really, really good question. I'm a massive advocate for like females breaking down the barriers, so I hope that I communicate this in a way that's not offending anyone. Back in the day, it wasn't the norm for women to have their own kick-ass careers. I don't know if that's the reason why, but I think because men have had a longer period of time, I just feel like people value them higher. I think it is a great representation that there is still a lot of work to be done. Thank you so much for all the awesome questions. It's been really fun answering them, and I will be sure to do more of these, so make sure you keep an eye on my stories.